Alright, we got ourselves another project here. This is a $40 Facebook Marketplace special. I bought this from Facebook Marketplace. This is another tabletop phonograph. This one's made by Columbia. So I bought this thing in non-working condition. It needs quite a bit of love and care. The cabinet is moldy. Yep, it's got mold on it, but it's all there. This is a basic phonograph. Like, there isn't anything fancy about it. It's pretty much like my Victrola, but it's smaller and lighter. Like, I mean, you can actually carry this thing without putting your back out, so that's kind of a plus. It is missing one of the soundboard hold down screws, but that's okay. Can always rustle something up. The motor itself appears to work. I'm able to turn it on. Well, it did. Oh, okay. So yeah, the motor does work. It's not seized or anything, which is really good. So that means I don't have to replace any springs. That's a real bonus right there. The problem with this record player is the tone arm. Like, I have never seen a tone arm that stiff before. Like, I mean, to just move it up and down, it's terrible. And oh, wow. Yeah, that's seized up pretty good. And even this, like that. Yeah. So, we're going to try to fix the tone arm. I think that's all it needs. And we're going to give it a try and see if we can get it working. This record is completely shot. Takes two to tango. I laughed at love, Louis Armstrong. Oh, it's a Louis Armstrong record too. Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe it still works, but we'll find out. The felt seems to be in good shape. It's it's aftermarket. Well, that's good, because at least they kept the original felt on there, but that is awesome. Cool. Alright, well, let's get it inside and get to work on it. I'm excited. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, it came with all of these records. The exterior of the cabinet kind of got me worrying about the condition of this record player. So we're looking inside the horn right now, and I don't see anything grossing me out yet. It's just a little bit of mold and a little bit of cobwebs, but we're going to rip this thing open and see what it looks like. Can't be any worse than the outside. Okay, yes, it can get a lot worse. There is mold growing everywhere inside this cabinet. It's all along this channel up here. It's everywhere. Like, anywhere where you see this white fuzzy stuff, that is mold, and it looks like it's still thriving. The motor itself looks horrible. It's covered in grease, and it's just needs to be torn apart, but it still works though. Even down the side there, it's all covered in mold. You'd think with the tone arm being all stiff and whatnot, you'd think rigor mortis has set in. Well, I'm gonna just close this up, and I'm just gonna clean the exterior and the lid and just forget I ever saw this until next time. Okay, so I got right to work on the tone arm. There is a lot of chattering marks on the tone arm itself. It's pretty bad. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Yeah. You can see all of that scuffing, and it's not much better down in the hole. So down in this hole, you can see that there's a lot of scuffing, and there's lots of gouges where it sits. It's kind of unusual, because a record player like this, typically there would be bearings inside where the tone arm sits in. but there isn't. It uses oil to keep it going. Well, lots of sand and dust and foreign contaminants got in there and binded everything up. So I put some creeping oil down inside. The same kind of creeping oil that I used to lubricate the motor on the Victrola that I bought a while back. And it actually has done wonders. I also used a steel wool pad to kind of smoothen it out again. Now it fits nice and snug, but at the end of the day, it moves a hell of a lot better than it did before. So right now I'm still trying to figure out a new problem. So this is the reproducer. The reproducer has this plastic screen on it, and the needle connects all the way up there. It's kind of like a drum, so when sound travels through here, it resonates through this little membrane here. And then the sound goes down and then comes out the front. The problem that I'm having with it now is when I play a record, there's this weird scratchy chattering noise, and I'm trying to isolate where it's coming from, and I think I may have found it. This has quite a bit of play to it. So that might be the cause of the chattering noise. I'm going to try to tighten everything and play a record and see what happens.